So I want to go over my Tesla trade. So currently sitting in Tesla short, looking to scale out my position here. One thing that I do want to talk to you guys about, is how to use this big chart, right? A lot of you guys may not know how to understand this chart. Maybe, it might be confusing to you. Maybe you've seen on social media before that you don't need all of these indicators, spaghetti charts, this, that, and the other, right? I don't care about none of that shit. I've been trading this chart for over 6.5 years. It works. I know how to use it. It's very, very clear to me. If you can't see what's going on right in front of your face, that's your problem. It's not really mine. But what I'm looking at here is if I look at the pre-market on Tesla, now what we're looking at is the hour chart. We're looking at the pre-market action here. We have those highs at around 241. Now, initially, we did get a good washout here. We had some guys in the evolution traders, take this for a nice little ride here through the 200 moving average, right? So if you look at the 200 SMA here, if you look at the opening hour candle, as soon as we lost this 200, we had room to get down to 236 and around 236 and a half and 236, right? From an entry point of around 238 and a half. So we're talking about 2 points here on the initial move. Then we had a little bit of a bounce. Now, what I want you guys to focus on here is, again, I want you guys to look at this level here, right? This 200 moving average is the yellow line that you see on my screen. That's the original breakout spot here. So once we got this bounce, right, after the first hour candle, we got this bounce into the 200 and we got that rejection. That's when I start licking my chops and ready to go the opposite way. So what exactly am I looking for in this particular situation is I want to see the first hour's lows get confirmed. And when those first hour lows get confirmed, I want to go ahead and jump my short position. So as soon as we start to break the first hour's lows, I understand that we're going to have a little bit of support here, as well as here, as well as here, right? So those are my levels that I'm going to play to the downside. Now, obviously, my hard stop is going to be over this 200 SMA, because obviously if we get over this, we could back test it and continue to tread higher towards this Bollinger Band. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense. Again, if this is too much risk for you, giving up that one bar, then you shouldn't be trading a stock like Tesla, right? Everyone likes to trade Tesla because it moves a lot, because you can make a lot of money, and until you're wrong on the move, or you have to stop out for a loss, and then everyone, blames their strategy. They blame the market. They blame, whoever they can blame. They blame the neighbor, whatever, right? It's own up to, just own up to your shit is basically what I'm trying to say, right? If you want to play these bigger stocks, you better be ready to play the big stocks. So as we start to confirm the first hour's lows, I'm going to go ahead and jump my short position here. Now, I took the 235, right? Let me double check that. 235 puts. Those are the strikes that I got into. And if we see why I was going to take the 235 puts, if you look at the first hour lows, price is sitting at 234.73. Okay, so I'm going right in the money. I'm going right at the closest strike price that I can get to this hour low. So 235. Going to go ahead and take my regular position sizing of 10 contracts here, and then I'm going to sit, right? I'm going to sit. So if we look at the 5-minute time frame, okay, if we go over here and we kind of look at the 5-minute time frame and we look at these lows here, right, because this is the lows that I'm targeting. Look at the lows that were put in. We get the bounce. Okay, let me draw this out for you to make it a lot more clear. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here, because a lot of you guys don't understand, if you're not in evolution traders, how to use this chart. I want to bring this up. Okay, so we're just going to use the 200, which is the yellow line, and the 20 SMA, which is the white line. What we're going to look at, the initial wash, right? The initial breakdown into the 200 period moving average. We get this pop that gets rejected at the 20, right? So if this is the 20 SMA and this is the 200 down here, this is the range that we're playing in. So we get the initial breakdown through the pre-market lows, right? Here's your drop, here's your back test. And now as we start to come through these lows again, this is what I'm looking to take as soon as we break these first hour lows. So as we start to tread down and we break this area, I have to understand that one, we're at a level of support, okay? However, I've got a hard stop loss up here above the 20 period moving average, okay? So I'm not giving up all that much room. There's not going to be, I'm not going to get devastated. I'm not going to get killed if the move goes against me. I play Tesla enough to know its price action and pretty comfortable with the losses. So we get the second kind of low being put in here, and then we get another dead cat bounce that creates a lower high. Okay, so when I start to see this get rejected here and start to come back down, I already know that if we can lose this 200 period moving average that we held once here and the second time here, that if we can break this down, I want to sell on that next new low. Okay, so if we you know, kind of analyze the price action right now at 9 a.m., you know, you would be assuming that we get another bounce into the 20 and the 200, and again, if it can't get over that, you would look for some consolidation and then a continued low back down. So that's how I played it. Again, if I just look at that actual trade now, I sold half size on the most recent low and currently up 58%. So 58% from an entry price here, right? So as soon as we break this area, this previous low, this is when I'm going to get in. Now, again, some of you guys may be thinking, well, you know, why would you take the short position when you're right at the 200? Well, I've got a hard stop loss here. If I'm wrong, right? If I'm wrong, then I just go ahead and get out of the trade somewhere right here. And that's okay, right? That's okay, because for one, I'm protecting my downside or my loss risk here. Okay, I've got a good setup where we're losing our, you know, opening range lows, and then as we come into this area and I see us start to bounce, if I can get this rejection, right, which this could also be another short position here, you could let it bounce into the 20 again and then take your short position somewhere in here. But again, you know, I jumped in low on the first initial break, assuming that this was going to do something like this. It didn't. That's okay. Again, you kind of have to just roll with the punches. Your first leg down, your first back test to the 20 SMA that gets rejected, your second low, I'm jumping in short here, letting it do its thing, consolidate and bounce, get rejected, and then you want to sell on the next low. That's exactly how you're going to work it. Again, the main level that I was looking at to get lost was this 200. Okay, so it's this candle here. That's the candle that I know that this trade is going to work out in my favor. Now, if you aren't comfortable with taking it this close to an area of support, I get it. What you can do is let it do all of this action here, and then you can take the confirmation once we finally do break down through the 200. So again, there's multiple ways to play this, you know, multiple ways to play this. I would rather take it on the first floor, right? Jump off the first floor, then kind of jump off of the third floor here, because if you're wrong in this particular situation and we do break this downtrend, you could be in a whole world of hurt because it could just kind of streamline up. But again, it didn't happen. We're getting these lows now. Market is continuing to flush here. Again, current positions up 60% now. 61%. So again, I'm probably just going to scale out of these contracts and let it go from there. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you gave you guys a little bit of insight as to how I'm trading, right? As to how I'm trading, what exactly I'm looking for. Again, it doesn't matter if you're using this chart. It doesn't matter if you're using, you know, the big chart. You're going to be able to see what exactly is going on as long as you know how to read the price action and kind of go ahead and react. Again, you know, if we kind of bring up that reason to take a trade below the 200 SMA would be here. So the low of day was currently sitting at 233.46. That would be your entry. Your entry would be somewhere around 8:25 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. And as you take this trade here, you're looking for the low through the linear regression that's going to continue to break now. Now currently we're trading at 230. So even taking the low of day breakdown through the 200 SMA on a 5-minute time frame, 233.46 down to 229, you're up almost $2.5–3 on the overall move. So again, fantastic move here. Hope you guys made some money today. If you didn't, join evolutiontraders.com, become a lifetime member. Let's get some one-on-one sessions going. Again, I set up a calendar inside of the Discord now, so now you can just book your appointments for your one-on-one sessions, so we can either go over trade recaps, go over mindset, go over strategy help. It doesn't really matter. You're also going to get access to the video courses outlining the strategy. You're also going to get access to the community so you can chat and trade with the other traders. You're going to get access to my watch list. You're going to get access to intraday live technicals like this, but in real time if you have a question on something. And again, you know, it's a really good help when you can get around other people who are doing this on a day-to-day basis. But again, currently up 66.6% on this trade now. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, get out of this trade, go get a coffee, kind of relax, put my feet up and just watch the market for the rest of the day.